look because I knew you were going to ask me
I
that.
could look it up too. It's fine.
That's okay. I can tell you
Okay.
because I looked it up. Let me look it up real fast and see. It's it's 948.7 miles.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, tell me your
That's
story.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous. Well, I mean, and I know I sent you my story, but basically, my family and I just about a year ago we said goodbye to our house is full of animals. So let me just tell you that real
Oh.
fast. We're animal lovers, but um, we said goodbye to my miniature dachshund Maggie Main. She's just been with me for 18 years. She was everything to me, and when she died, I had pretty much decided it was never going to happen again. That I wasn't going to do that. Fall, I was in bed for 3 days. I was just heartbroken and decided, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm just going to pour myself into cats and realized pretty fast that cats aren't like dogs, and I love my cats, but they're so different than a dog. But I actually avoided. I stayed away from people that had puppies. Like I just didn't even let myself go there. And then I went to a family reunion in West Virginia, and my cousin has a miniature dachshund, and she's a black hair. She looks a little bit like my old one, but it was the turning point for me because when I held her and I spent the weekend with this little dog, I'm like, I'm missing this. I have to get another dog. I have to. Well, we had just gotten a kitten, which was making. Let's see, we have four. I have five cats. Two are outside and three are inside, including the kitten. And we have a dog and we have a bird. So when I came up from the reunion, I had to ask my husband if he would be on board with. I said, I have to have a puppy now. I miss having that little friend and that companion. And he agreed. And then I got on Pet Finder. I literally live 1 mile from a humane society. And I looked there and they didn't have what I was looking for. And I wanted my search criteria at when I started was a small puppy female, black like my old one, and I said female, but I mean, and there was nothing. So then on Pet Finder, you can just keep going out and out and out further and further and further. Well, I found a bunch of puppies in New York, which is literally 4 hours from me. 4 hours. So I submitted probably five different adoption applications, and it either came back, there's no way we'll adopt you because you don't live in our state. The dog has already been adopted, or oh yeah, we picked another family over you, and one thing after another. And I was like, oh, this is just a good sign that I'm not meant to have a dog. And I searched from home. So I was on that Pet Finder too much. I looked at least 3 or 4 times a day. Um, and I had come across her name was Twizzler. They called her Twizzler. And I'd come across, let me see what she's into. I'd come across her picture and saved it to my favorites, but I was already like, yeah, she's in New Orleans. They're never going to talk to me, right? They're never going to consider me. And by the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm just going to try. And I was laying in bed and I got a text message or an email. It was an email from Courtney from Cajun Tails. And she said, yeah, she's actually available. And she was talking to me like, I'm like, I'm in Ohio. OHI. I'm like, I'm in Ohio. I'm like, does that bother you? And she says, absolutely not. She goes, we're more concerned about where the dog will go, you know. And we talked back and forth, and that's when she said, I want you to know that Ruth or Twizzler has a butterfly scoliosis. And so we talked about that for a little while. And I'm like, because, my main concern was, is she in pain? What kind of issues would it cause? This, that, and the other. And then fast forward to the next day, we're talking again, and and we had, I don't even know how it went because it seemed like it happened so fast. Next thing I know, we're FaceTiming. I'm walking around the backyard, showing her my backyard and where Ruthie would be and this, that, and the other. And my heart is just like I was bursting because I'm like, I can't believe that they're gonna say yes. So when she said we would be very comfortable in adopting to you, I was online trying to find a plane ticket, trying to do this, trying to do that, because I'm sure if I had truly thought about it, I would have said, no, I'm not, that's just craziness, but I didn't. I didn't think twice about it. And I, I wanted to come down that weekend. There was a big football game, and I couldn't find a rental car at all. So I had to push it back to, it was October 20th. I think it was a Wednesday. And during that time, Courtney at Cajun Tails got me connected with the foster family that had Ruthie. And she and I texted, she would text me photos almost every day of her, videos, because her daughter loved her. And we talked about, like what kind of food, just little things. And she would tell me what she knew about it.
Yeah.
And we made arrangements for me to meet her at Franco's, to do my pickup. And so I flew down there and drove across the causeway and walked into Franco's, and they had it. I'm sure you've seen the picture. They had it all decorated up like it was a baby shower, and
Oh yeah, I
everybody was
saw
super,
that. I thought your
yeah.
family did that for you or someone did that.
No,
They did that.
no,
Oh,
that was them. And I mean, it was so overwhelming because I was like, what is going on? And then when you realize women were standing there taking pictures, people were holding her. Um, I was just so overwhelmed because she was so loved already. I mean, and they had it all, you saw, with the balloons and everything. And she had a cute little bow on her. And I got all teary eyed because Ruthie was one day, all of the puppies were one day away from being killed. And I
oh my
can't, it just
gosh.
blows my mind. And she brought so much joy to everybody. She was in a little fundraiser. I guess she was in the puppy kissing booth. And one at court, if I didn't send that to you, Courtney probably has it. It was the cutest thing. So yeah, I picked Ruthie up, spent a little bit of time with everybody there, and then Ruthie and I went to the store. I bought her a collar, and then we found a park for her to run around in, and then we got on an airplane and flew back to Ohio. And
Wow.
I here she's right here. Let me see. Here,
Yeah, let
here.
me see her.
Say hi. Say hi.
Aww.
Say hi. She's so
Aww.
much cuter in person.
No,
She's
she is so
such a good
cute.
little baby, huh? You're a good
Yes.
girl.
So how old is she? How old is she?
She's going on 4 months now.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
you got her when she was
3. She
like,
had just turned
okay.
about 3 months. Yeah, a little
Okay.
over 3 months.
Oh, gosh.
And our kitten Hank is about the same age as her, and they are best friends now.
Yeah,
But
I saw the pictures. They look so cute, all snuggled up.
they're adorable, and they play nonstop, and then they sleep at night together on the bed with me
Oh,
and
wow.
my husband. And she's just. I told Daisy, who was the foster mom, I told her, I'm like, there's just something special about her. She's not, because the butterfly scoliosis makes her look. I'm getting used to it now, but at first you didn't know if you could pick her up because you didn't want to hurt her, but it doesn't bother her at all.
Okay.
She is the sweetest, most little dog in the world. She won't leave our other dog alone. And if he cries, she's very concerned about him and wants to kiss him and make everything right. But I was telling Daisy, there's something different about her. There's just something very, very special. And I still feel that way, not just because I flew all the way down there to get her. There's just something very special about her. I, when I see her little face, and I work from home, so I'm with her all the time. She just filled this need, this void. But she brought everyone like new life, and the cats love her, and the dog loves her, and the family loves her. And I'm just so glad that I didn't think twice about it. And I'm glad that they were open enough to let me come down there. They didn't care. If they did, they never told me. They were more concerned about where she was going, what type of family she was going with.
Yeah. So you
And that speaks volumes about them.
Yeah. So you said that you got her a day before they were gonna put her down. Is that what you said?
Kate, yeah,
Oh
Cajun
wow.
Tails, the rescue people,
Mhm.
um, got to the litter one day before they were all going to euthanize.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so and the way I understand it is they almost weren't able to get them because the kill shelter wasn't going to release them. I don't know the deal, but they were very close to being put down. I think there were 6 puppies total. She was the only one with scoliosis. And as far as I know, I think they've all been adopted except for maybe one, but cute as can be. And if they're half as sweet as Ruthie, everybody got a good puppy. They're all sweet. Let's just be honest. All these puppies are sweet. But
Aw.
it was a great experience. I mean, I can't, it takes special people to do that, to rescue animals like that and to care enough. It's a thankless job, I'm sure. And, and I know down in New Orleans, because where Ruthie and the others were, it was in where the hurricane did all the damage. And I'm sure that people are having a hard time keeping themselves alive, let alone animals, right? So I'm just really glad that they care enough. They have a network of people that care enough um, to help all these animals. And I just wish that I wish I could help more. now
Just
that I
go.
have Ruthie, just a couple more, it'd be great.
How many do
Um,
you have again?
so I have, okay, we have 2 dogs,
Okay.
uh, 3 indoor cats, 2 outdoor cats, and a bird.
Okay, and the 2 dogs. So you just have one other dog.
Ruthie, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, one other dog. So Ruthie and Dodger, and he's 11, I think, and he was a rescue dog too, and
Okay.
he's been great with her. He's older, and he's like, all she wants to do is just she does everything he does, and it's annoying because but all she does is just try to kiss. All she does is just kiss, 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 kiss all the time. But and our kitten loves Dodger too. So we have Hank's probably the sweetest kitten. He's sleeping right now. He lets Ruthie do whatever she wants to him.
Okay.
I've seen her drag him around the house. I mean,
Oh,
he does anything.
that's
So
so nice. She adapted well.
she,
Yeah, so
they all did. They all did, which is fantastic.
you said you work from home, so how has
I
that
do.
been like training her and everything? Has it been going pretty easy? Or how's
Yes,
that going?
because I'm here, and it's perfect. So I'm in my sunroom. This is my office. So the cats hang out here. Ruthie has a bed here. Dodger can come in here, and I'm right by the door. And Ruthie has been fantastic. She goes to the door. She's very smart. So she'll go to the door. But I also, I watch her. She's still a puppy. So when she gets excited, but have a fenced in backyard, and whenever she wants to go out, she just goes to the door and I let her. And sometimes it's just to play and sometimes it's to do business, but she's been very good about it. But being home is actually, I mean, obviously that helps tremendously because I'm here and I'm consistently here to help train her.
What
So,
do
but
you
she's so smart.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
What do
That's
you
okay.
do? What do you do at home? What
I'm
do you do?
a virtual assistant, so I'm an executive assistant.
Okay, cool.
I have about 4 clients that I support here. So
Okay, so
been
you don't
doing this
have
for
to
about 5 years.
you don't even have to go back. Did you start working? You've been working from the office before the pandemic then and all of that?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay.
yeah.
So
I
you
didn't. It didn't affect me at all. In fact, it probably gave me more business.
Yeah.
So no, and it was a good decision for me. I love it because I'm with the animals, and that's so much fun. I just
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have cats hanging out on windows, and now I got Ruthie, and everyone knows about her. About everybody.
you're
So
making
she's
me
very
want one.
popular. She's been to West. Oh yeah, you got to go. So we flew back from New Orleans,
Yeah.
and then that was on the way. And then on Saturday morning, we got in a car and drove for 4 hours to my family's home. And she sat in her car seat and she traveled perfectly. And then we got to see my cousin with their dog again, and it kind of came full circle because she got to meet the dog that actually got me started to want her. So it was fun, and she
Oh,
does great. She
oh,
doesn't know a stranger.
And do you have kids at home that help with them?
Grown kids,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Everyone helps.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
My
That's
husband
nice.
and yeah, everyone helps. We have too many animals. So everybody has to pitch in a little bit. She
Yeah.
loves my husband. Oh my goodness. Loves him.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking for some dogs. Well, I want a golden retriever. So I've been looking
Uh-huh.
into it, but I'm just gonna wait. I think it's better when I have a yard and a house. I'm in an apartment right now, so
Yeah,
yeah,
because they
I'm just gonna
take,
wait.
it's a that's because that's an older dog. I mean, a bigger dog. So yeah, you would want to at least have it where they could run or at least get out and do something.
Yeah,
I've always had dogs my entire life. I've always had a dog.
I
So I
love
thought
dogs
for sure
too.
I was done. Yeah, I thought for sure I was done, but she was wrong.
Yeah, but it's
And
nice.
I have to say that the people at Franco's and the Cajun Tails, I just can't say enough good things about them. They're just, and I don't know if you've talked to Daisy, so they're trying to incorporate bringing in the foster dogs from Cajun Tails, and they use them in Franco's for like a therapy, like a with children, and then with the elderly
Oh wow,
people
okay.
that come in there, and it benefits everybody. So they have these fundraisers where they bring in all these foster animals, and they get to intermix with everyone that's still there. And I think they're trying to do it like all the time, where they get
Oh,
where they partner with Cajun Tails. So I hope they tell you about that because I
yeah.
think that's fantastic
That's
too.
another story. You just gave me another story.
Yeah, they'll be
um,
happy about that.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna reach out to them during this week.
Yep.
I go in on Wednesdays.
Oh,
My
good.
schedule's just different. I work on
I
weekends.
gotcha.
But so did you pick the name or did they already
Yes.
have a name?
No, I picked the name. I had already started to help pass the time while I was trying to find my dog. I wrote down a bunch of names, and the family and I talked about him, and we threw some around. I was really going more towards calling her Rizzo, but I liked Ruthie and I liked Rue. And when I got down there and started talking to all these women, when they were asking me, what are you going to name her? I'm like, well, I'm thinking about calling her Rizzo. They're like, no, you got to call her Ruthie Rue. Because I told them that. And they're like, and spell Rue, Roux, for New Orleans, because that's how we spell Rue.
Yeah.
And, and, I pretty much decided that because it fits her perfectly. It fits her perfectly. And um, I can't even imagine calling her Rizzo because it wouldn't even have fit her. She's a Ruthie Roo. She's definitely a Ruthie.
Yeah,
And
it's a
she's
cute
just
name.
so
It's
much fun. I
perfect.
just love her to death. Yeah, it fits her because she's different looking, but she's so sweet.
Aw.
I just love Louise. The other day I looked at her and I have to be careful because I kiss her so much. Her whole side of her face was pink because I had lipstick on, and her whole side of her face was just pink. And I was like, I'm so sorry, because she's this creamy white. So I felt bad. But
Aw, how
I love
cute.
her to death.
She's your little
It
baby.
couldn't, I just don't even, yeah, I don't know how it just fell into place. It was like it totally was just meant to be. So, so I had a girlfriend say to me, she goes, you seriously couldn't find anything closer? And I'm like, no. And I said, I tried. I said, do you not think that I would have rather gone a mile down the road than what I had to do to get her home? And I said, no, I tried. I'm like, but I also had prayed about it. And I, I think she was just meant to be here. And I'm okay with that.
Um,
It is
sorry,
what
it's
it is.
going
She's
in and
safe. And I
out.
know that there's puppies everywhere that need a home. It's okay.
Sorry, yeah, I was going
Uh-oh.
in and out, and someone's outside
It might be
now
my internet too.
doing the
That's
leaves.
okay.
So I'm like, of course, someone has
Okay.
to be cutting the leaves off the
I
trees
hear them.
now.
That's
But
okay.
what was I gonna say? So was that the first time you've ever been to New Orleans? Have you been to New Orleans before?
I had been to New Orleans once before in my early 20s. Not to man. What is the name of that place?
Bourbon Street?
Man. No, Mandeville. Where is
Mandeville?
Franco's? It's Man. Yes, I had
Oh,
never been
Metairie?
there, but I'd been
Metairie?
down to New Orleans and did the whole. Yeah, is it Metairie? Where are they at?
Um,
Anyways, wherever Franco's is. because they were about, it was about a 40-minute drive from New Orleans, from the airport to Franco's, where I had to pick her up.
Okay.
Um, it was Mandeville,
Okay.
Mandeville, which is where
Mandeville.
Franco's is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I had thought about going into New Orleans with Ruthie because, they're very dog friendly. And I'm like, oh, we'll just go down to Bourbon Street and do whatever. And I'll have some beignets and be done. No. Ruthie and I stayed very close. All I wanted to do was get her home as soon as I got her. I was like holding on to her. I'm like, I just want to get home.
Yeah.
So we didn't explore very much.
You just picked her up and left. You're like, it's time to go
Picked
home.
her up, snatched her up. We sat in the car. We did go to the dog park, but
Yeah.
she was, she was nervous. Bless her little heart, because she'd had her shots the day before, and I'm sure she was just exhausted. But she did great. She did great. I've never flown with an animal before, so it was a first for me too. She was great. I took her out at one point, and she was looking out the window. So it was fun.
She
I think I
seems.
sent that picture to you.
Yeah, I know. You thank you for all the pictures you did send. She seems like a
Oh, you're
well-behaved
welcome.
puppy. Like no problems. That's really nice. It was meant to be.
She is.
That.
She's like an old soul. Yeah. It's like she knows the rules. The
Yeah.
internet's acting funny.
Yeah, I know. Your
There
face
you are
keeps
again. Okay.
freezing.
Okay.
I think I got some good clips though that I could use. It's just the
Okay.
internet. It started getting greenier. I don't know if that's how I look on the
Okay.
other end,
Uh-huh.
but I think this will
Yes.
work. And let's say it's like
If you
too
don't, let
grainy.
me know.
Okay.
Yeah. Just let me know.
Okay.
And if we I'll be happy to do a phone call. That'll help you either. That might be better. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I picked up the audio. The audio is fine. It's just, the picture. It looked good in the beginning,
Okay.
but now it's kind of just
Then it
freezing
got
up.
grainier.
But I could always write that up in the
Okay.
article, and then I'll call you if I have any more questions. But is there
Okay.
anything else you'd like to say?
No, I would just thank you guys so much, and
Of course.
I pray that everybody could. I wish everybody could have a Ruthie Brew.
Yeah, well, one day, hopefully, I will too.
Right. So I hope you get one. I do. I hope you get one.
I will. But thank you
Yeah,
so
just feel free to
much.
call me or text or email me.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
and it was such a cute story. I was like, I have to do
Oh,
this. It's
thank
so
you.
cute. Well,
Aw.
enjoy and have
Aw.
a great day.
Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.